Now look, I know MacBook Pro chargers isn't exactly a sexy topic, but I found one that I like so much, I think I would actually choose it and recommend it over Apple's own MacBook Pro charger because it's more talented and puts out even more power. This is my 16-inch MacBook Pro, which I absolutely love, but this computer takes more power than the previous MacBook Pros before it. You probably know this thing draws 96 watts, whereas all the previous MacBook Pros for a long time drew 87 watts. Well, here's the problem. I need a backup charger. I keep one in my house. I keep one in the Cult Command Center where I'm filming. Now, until recently, I was using a really great dock that had an SD card slot. It had all these ports all over it, but it only output 87 watts of power. Now, you would think that in most cases that would probably be enough, but what I found was because I'm constantly pushing my MacBook Pro, I'm video editing, exporting, my battery would get drained even though it was plugged into power, and sometimes the computer would come close to dying. This is called the Anker PowerPort Atom PD 4. Now it is Anker and not Anke, which I think is a huge missed opportunity because saying it with a German accent is way more fun. Would you like to see my Anke? It's so big and so heavy. Inside this little box is this little guy. It's almost the size as the MacBook Pro charger from Apple, but you can see it has some extra ports on the front. So where the MacBook Pro charger from Apple gives you just one USB-C port on the front that you can connect to your computer, this gives you two USB-C ports on the front, and it also gives you two USB-A ports right here. That means with this, not only can you use it to charge your 16-inch MacBook Pro at the full 96 watts, which virtually no other chargers on the market can do besides Apple's. But if you want, you could also plug in another USB-C device. You could plug in two USB-A devices like your iPad or your iPhone, and you can charge them all at the same time. And this Anker brick, well, it's built like an anchor. No, but seriously, the plastic is really nice. It's got a nice two-tone design. It has nice little rubber feet on the bottom, so if you wanna like place it on your desk, it stays kind of stuck to your desk. And one of the best parts is it comes with I think this is a 4-foot cord that you can plug into the back so that this can be plugged into your wall, and you have a huge stretch of cable going from the wall to wherever you wanna put this, unlike Apple's charger. Now, normally I would hesitate to recommend any charger that's not Apple's for a machine that costs $3,000, but Anker is a really popular brand on Amazon. I have a bunch of their other stuff, and they're a brand that I actually trust, and you wanna get a charger from a name brand because you don't wanna plug in some no-name charger to your really expensive MacBook Pro and have liquid hot motherboard running out all the ports 30 minutes later. The one quirk about this charger that I don't love is this is capable of pumping out 100 watts total. I wish it was a little bit higher. So what that means is if you have your MacBook Pro plugged into one of the ports and then you plug something else into the other USB-C port, it's gonna split the charge between those two devices. So now instead of pumping out 100 watts over one USB-C port, you're gonna pump out 50 watts over two USB-C ports. So if you're using your MacBook Pro and charging your iPad at the same time, only 50 watts is gonna be available for your MacBook Pro. Now the power will drop even more if you plug in all 4 ports. So it will be split 12 watts, 12 watts, 38 watts, 38 watts. That's not very much, but if you're not using a 16-inch MacBook Pro, maybe you're using a MacBook Air or a smaller MacBook Pro, then you're gonna need a lot less watts. And so that split, that drop in power may not even affect you. Even with that little quirk, this has become one of my favorite Mac accessories that I've used so far this year. It has all the extra ports on it. It allows you to charge all your devices at the same time. And it's the only charging brick that I'm aware of that can output the full wattage needed for your MacBook Pro. There's no other dock. There's no other charger besides Apple's own charging brick that does that. And that makes this the MVP. Baby. Now let's talk about price because I know you're probably wondering, this is $100, which is a little bit more than Apple's charging brick, but if you add in the extra cord that Apple doesn't give you with their charger, then really these are the exact same price. You can get these on Amazon. I'll link in the description down below if you want to check it out. If you need a secondary charger, if you want a travel charger, I don't think that you're going to find one that is better than this. This is an outstanding product that puts the nips at 100% full mast. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. My name is Erfon Elijah, Gadget Hunter. Hey, if you want to hear more content just like this, go check out my iTunes Top Tech Apple podcast. It's one of the most popular technology podcasts on iTunes that I've been hosting for 8 years. Link in the description down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video because I'm coming back with even more tech videos just like this. That's it for me for now. You have yourself a real great day, and I'll see you guys next time.